Hi, David here with suicidefishing.com, Facebook and YouTube, Suicide Fishing. Today I am really sick. This is, just so you know, it's day 16 of the Albion boat build, but the actual days spent on the build is 14 days. And so here's just an update of what we've got. We've got finally got the chine logs in place and the keelson all glued in. We're not done with the stem yet. We're going to trim this down and we're going to add something heavier that can be replaced as it gets beat up. So everything's notched. We now have to use a planer to plane this down so it'll accept plywoods on the chine logs as well as the front section of the vertical frames. So, and what we've got here is Santa Clara. This is probably the best marine plywood in the Philippines. It's 3/8. We don't have 1/2 inch here, so we'll make up for that by adding more resin and probably fiberglass. The next size up is 3/4, which is obviously way too heavy. So that's pretty much it. Everything's glued. We're going to be putting on the plywoods today. Now, where we did our scarfs on the chine logs, this is a hard bend, and because I'm going to be putting 1/4 inch marine ply inside and on the floor, so you won't see any of the wood. So there's things that I did, like on the I extended. I just didn't have enough lumber, and so I extended. What I did was I extended these by 5 inches. I decided. Standing up in this thing and having the gunnel be right here about thigh size, thigh height, it was probably a falling hazard. So what I did was I added 5 more inches on the vertical frames, and then I brought them in also to the correct height that the plans originally called for. So it's going to be longer. That brings it up to about here, and then when we add the gunnel top, it'll be much better, less of a fall hazard. So where we did the scarfing, we added reinforcement on the inside, on both sides. The reason why, again, you're not going to see it on the inside with the plywood and fiberglass there. So it's coming along fast. I don't know how long I'm going to last. I've been sick this last three plus days. So, but we have Dennis Gambino from the American Crime Family. But how do you pronounce your name?
Dennis Ganibo.
Dennis Ganibo. He's here helping me, and I'll tell you, I could do this by myself, and I can accomplish it by myself. But I will tell you what, having a second set of hands to hold things while you're putting it together, especially these chine logs. You know, I actually got 2 screws into the keelson, and I was about ready to stick a 3rd one in, and that thing popped up. And luckily, it popped up to it was under pressure, so it went up to here, bounced a couple times, and it ended up right here. I was real lucky I didn't have my face over that. I would have lost some teeth, guaranteed. A severe headache for probably the next 8 days. And so, but we are using the local marine epoxy, which I've got experience in using, and it's super strong. So what we'll do is we'll use the barring for the rest of it, and I don't know. I'm going to test the barring, but we may end up using epoxy on the outside. But the goal is is to just absolutely cover this. I do not want any water getting inside there and causing any rot in the future. I want this boat to last 15, 20 years. So we're going to go the extra mile, and we are going to absolutely soak all of this up, this wood up, with penetrating epoxy resin inside and out before we even put on the plywoods, which will also be soaked in and out. Put on the plywoods, and I mean, this is some real good stuff. You can drop it in water, and it's just, you take it out, it's not going to separate. I wouldn't recommend it, but we're going to double up on everything, go the extra mile. So that being said, the next video will be with plywoods. We got a stack of plywood right over there. This is for the exterior, and then it's going to be the fiberglass resin and a lot of resin and top coat, because we're going to be doing a lot of sanding. We want to get that absolutely glass-like and perfect. So outside, bottom, the sides, bottom, and we'll do the same on the sides on the interior, but we'll have a non-slip type material on the floor, on the interior. Plus, I want to put a T-top on this, center console T-top. That we're probably going to have that custom built here, or at least I think I found a Phil Am, or a half American, what we call a Phil Am, Filipino American, who's got a pipe bending shop here. So we'll go with stainless steel and paint it, and we'll see if we can't make this look like a decent fishing boat. So with that, I'm going to be I need to give credit to the cameraman, Mr. JR. Go ahead and say your name. JR Padero.
JR Padero.
So JR is always here, but he has other duties. He's actually in IT for Priority on Call, a company that I work for here, JR works for, and I'm the American liaison for that company. So I spend my time at night, with the exception of the last 3 nights. I haven't been getting up. I've been checking everything, alarms, checking everything, then staying in bed, and then Dennis over the last 3 days, I'm just essentially out here supervising, taking a look at things, and so Dennis does all the heavy lifting. So hopefully I feel better in the next couple days and dive into it. So with that, I'm going to be signing off. David here, suicidefishing.com, Suicide Fishing Facebook, Suicide Fishing YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you have an absolutely better day than me, a wonderful day, and take your negatives and turn them into positives. Signing off.